Today is all about you and tuning into your own body so that by the end of this yoga flow, you'll be feeling enjoyment, bliss, and pure satisfaction. We're going to start this flow in a wide-legged child's pose, so you can bring your knees out to the edges of your mat, sitting back on your heels, big toes to touch, and just reaching out long in front of you. Really settling into this position. Taking a nice big breath in. And exhale, release. As always, at the beginning of class, I like to check in, seeing how your mind is doing, where it's at, and where your body's at today. What feels really good, and what maybe has some aches or tension. No need to judge, just becoming aware of it. Trying to really lengthen the inhale and slowly release the exhale. Finding some relaxation here at the start of class. And when you're ready, we can walk our fingertips all the way over to the right side. The left palm can stack on top of the right. And just sink into that left hip, really feeling the side body stretch here. Taking notice of how your body feels here in this position. Breathing into this. Let this pose feel satisfying here. Almost that good stretch feeling, like that, this feels so nice. Inhale that in, and let it go. See if you can sink a little bit deeper into your hip. We don't want to overdo it, but really finding that sweet spot of what feels nice for you. And then finally, we'll come back through center, walking those fingertips over to the other side. Right hand can stack on top of left. And then sinking down into your right hip. We are not symmetrical beings. We're just taking notice of how this side feels compared to the other side. Again, the whole goal of this class is to feel satisfied. So try and sink back this hip to feel where that good stretch is. You don't want to overdo it, but finding what feels nice. Finding what feels satisfying for you. We'll come back to center. Take a big breath here. Exhale, release, let it out. And then slowly pushing on up into our palms, into a neutral tabletop. Wrists under our shoulders, knees under our glutes, spreading our fingertips real wide here. Dropping the belly down, gaze comes up. Cow pose. And then rolling the spine, rolling our hips under, tucking the chin into chest. Cat pose. One more time here, nice and slow. Drop the belly down. Feel the vertebrae change here as we're warming up the spine. Chin goes towards the sky. And then slowly start to tuck in. Cat pose. Raise that spine. Good. Come to the neutral tabletop. We're just going to raise our right hand towards the sky, really reaching as if you're pulling an apple from a tree. And then slowly tuck that hand underneath, threading our needle, threading our hand through between our wrist and our knee. Your shoulder can come to the mat and your cheek. And then your opposite hand, this one, my left hand here, can either reach forward or we can raise it up and bind it behind our backs here. Again, this whole flow is dedicated to your satisfaction. So what feels satisfying for me or someone else might not feel satisfying for you. So really choosing what does satisfaction mean for me, and then choosing the pose that will best fit that. For me right now, it's binding my hand behind, breathing it in, and letting it go. You can even play around with this top hand here, maybe making some rainbows and some circles, seeing how your shoulder feels. And we'll press our left hand down and press back up so that our right hand can reach up again towards the sky, rolling out our wrists. And press the right hand back down. Let's take a reset here. So drop the belly down, chin comes up, cow pose again. And then slowly rolling the spine under, tucking our pelvis in. Chin comes to chest, cat pose. Good, come to that neutral position once more. Raise that left hand towards the sky, reach for that other apple here. Really finding a nice big stretch here, a nice satisfying stretch. And then roll the arm under, tuck it in, threading our needle on this side. Like I've said before, our sides are not symmetrical, so maybe a different pose is calling to you for your hand. Maybe you reach it out in front of you, or you bind that other hand behind. Or if it's more satisfying to kind of play around and make a rainbow with this hand, you can. Take a big breath in and exhale, really twist into this, feel this stretch here. We'll bring our right hand back down, planting down so that our left hand can roll up to the sky once more, really stretching this out, rolling our wrists. Planting back to neutral tabletop. Now that we're here, we're going to shift a little bit here. So keeping our right leg planted, our right knees planted, and we're just going to twist our leg out to a 90-degree angle and keeping our right hand planted on the ground, bringing our left arm up to the sky, and then our left leg goes long. We're just here opening up to the sky. And then if you want to go a little bit further, reaching backwards, opening up your heart here and the shoulder. Again, our theme here in every single pose is to find that sweet spot, that really nice position that's almost like that great stretch that you're just like, Find that sweet spot here. Maybe it's reaching back a little bit more. And come back down to center. Again, we'll refresh here with a cat-cow, dropping the belly down. And then tuck the chin into chest, raise the spine. Cat pose. Awesome, neutral spine. Now we're gonna press into our left knee and just pivot it over to the left side, and then stretch our right leg out long, left hand plants, and right hand comes on up here. You can stay here in this grounded half moon, Or if you want to reach back, really open up the heart, open up the shoulders, see how this feels here on this side. Coming back to that neutral position, planting our toes into the mat, and then slowly raising our knees just 2 inches off of the ground. Breathe into this. Feel your core activate. Breathe it in. Let it go through the mouth. 2 more seconds. And then slowly pressing up into our downward facing dog. You can walk out this dog. Let this feel really good. And slowly looking towards your hands, you can step, hop, or walk to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine here. Exhale, forward fold. Perhaps you sway side to side. You can grab opposite elbows if that feels good for you. Checking in with yourself here and how you're feeling. And letting your mind be clear for a moment, letting everything go, just hanging here and letting this be the only thing that you're worrying about, that you're thinking about. And let it all go. Inhale and exhale. Slowly rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time. Hands come up overhead, nice and slow. Feel the energy around you. You can take a nice back bend here as your hands clasp overhead, slowly reaching backwards. And then slowly coming forward, bringing the hands to heart center. Taking a moment here and checking in with yourself. How are we feeling? How's our heart rate? Is it beating fast? Where's our mind at? Did we feel those satisfying stretches in the warm-up? And are we looking forward to more? Just tuning in and checking in where you're at. Okay, inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, reverse those palms as we push away the air, sliding forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into our plank position. Slowly lowering ourselves down, taking our flow, upward facing dog or cobra. And then meeting in our downward facing dog. Lift the right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend that knee as we shift forward, right knee to right elbow. Come on back up to 3-legged dog. Ooh, feel this nice stretch here. Really take in 3-legged dog. Don't skip over this pose. We really want to take in this pose as not a transition, but a full pose here. And then bring the right knee, left elbow, little twist here. Hang out here, really taking this pose. And come on back up to 3-legged dog. Nice. We'll step our right foot in between our hands. And actually, we're going to bring our right hand inside of our foot here. So we're going to wiggle our foot near the edge of our mat. Here's a lizard pose here, active lizard. If you wish, you can drop the left knee onto the ground and really take in this full lizard pose. If you want a little bit more, want to feel more satisfied in this pose, come onto the knife edge of your foot, that pinky side. And you can push out this knee a little bit more to the side, opening up our hips here. Let this feel really nice. Again, we're not pushing ourselves. We're not trying to overdo it. We're finding that sweet spot. Where are we most satisfied with ourselves? And this is an exploration. This is oh, that's too much, or oh, that's too little. It's really tuning into yourself and getting to know what feels good for you and what might be overdoing it. Don't let the ego get in the way of wanting to really go all the way down and then you're hurting yourself, right? That's over the point of satisfaction. Just that point that feels, I'm really getting a nice stretch and I'm completely, fully satisfied. Again, what that is for you might be different for someone else. So explore here what feels nice. Have a sense of wonderment. From here, we're gonna bring our foot planted onto the ground and just push back here, half splits. You can lift your foot, come up to the heel if that feels good for you. Let this feel nice. Almost like that yummy stretch. It just feels so good. Press back down into our lizard. We're gonna pop onto our back toes here. Come into our active lizard once more. And then slowly pressing into our hands, we're gonna bring that right foot back up to three-legged dog. And take your flow from here to plank, all the way down to the ground, or chaturanga, cobra, or upward facing dog. And then slowly but surely making our way back to downward facing dog. We're gonna do the other side here. Left foot reaches towards the sky. Really feel this three-legged dog. This is often a transition pose, but we're really feeling into this one. And then bend that knee, left knee to left elbow. Hang out here for a moment, take it in. Reaching up to the sky, three-legged dog. And let's cross over left knee to right elbow. Pause, take this one in too. Back up to the sky. And then nice and slow, we'll step this foot in between our hands and then slowly bring our left hand inside our foot and shimmy, wiggle our foot all the way out to the edge of the mat. Good. Hanging out here in our active lizard. Again, let's use our exploration skills here. Seeing if this is nice for you, or if you want to drop your knee down, that also works. Or if you want to actively push the knee out to the side and come to that knife edge of your foot. What's going to work best for you here? Explore what feels really nice for your body. Again, clear the head and really just tune into the body. What's going on for you here? What feels really good? What's maybe still having some tension? What can you relax into a little bit more? Okay, plant that foot down and then slowly shift the hips backwards into this half splits. Toes, front toes can raise up onto your heel. And really tune into this stretch, breathe into it. Where can you let go a little bit more? Where can you relax Just a little bit more. Can you use your breath to help you inhaling and then exhaling? See if you can sink a little bit deeper into this. Okay, press back into our foot for our lizard pose, and then plant those back toes into the mat. Come into that active lizard, and then slowly but surely, let's press our way back up into this three-legged dog and take our flow. Meeting in our downward facing dog. Take 2 rounds of breath here, nice and big. Look towards the top of the mat. Step, walk, or hop there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly raise up, one vertebrae at a time. Arms come up overhead. Exhale, cactus those arms, bring that heart forward. Inhale, arms come all the way back up to the sky. And then hands to heart center. Incredible. Take a couple rounds of breath here, really feel into your body. How are we feeling now? You can shake it out if you need to, almost as a reset. Hands come back to heart center, really breathe it in. Let it go through the mouth one more time, inhale. Exhale, mouth. Good. From here, we're going to plant our left foot into the mat and slowly step back. Let's see if we can go slow and controlled all the way back into a high lunge. Hanging out here just for a moment, pressing into our right hip flexor right here in our groin here. Just pressing into this, almost as if you're shifting your hips forward. See how this feels for you. Arms can come up overhead. And then we're going to plunge into our front leg and slowly lunge forward, bringing our chest forward, just keeping our hips straight, our foot flexed, arms come forward, and we're just really engaging our front thigh, warrior 3. And then slowly leaning forward, coming into standing splits. Again, so this is really practicing our satisfying stretch here, because we don't need to have our leg all the way up to the sky. We don't need to kill ourselves here. If you want the leg all the way up to the sky, great, if that feels good for you. However, it's not about how high your leg is. It's about what feels nice for you. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, maybe you bring one hand to your ankle and switch, other hand to your ankle. Maybe both hands to your ankle. Again, explore, see what feels nice. And then slowly, we're going to open up this hip, planting our hand about 9 to 12 inches in front of our foot, and open up here for half moon pose. You can always reset if you need to, but again, finding some satisfaction here, even if it's difficult. How can you feel satisfied even if you have to reset? Is there a little bit, maybe in your legs you're feeling satisfied, in your arms, you're proud of yourself for wherever you're at. And then slowly bring your legs down, arms down, forward fold. Hang out here for a moment. Big breath in. And then inhale, arms roll on up with your vertebrae, one vertebrae at a time. Standing here in Tadasana, standing mountain pose. Feeling into this here for a moment. We just did a lot. Being proud of yourself for what you did do here on the mat and what you will continue to do. We're gonna get ready for the other side here, planting our right foot into the ground and slowly stepping our left foot back, high lunge. Seeing if you can get a little stretch here in your hip flexor by pressing the hips forward. Arms can raise up to the sky if you wish. And then slowly we're going to shift our weight to the front of the mat, the front of our foot here, lifting the back leg up, keeping our hips nice and straight, nice and parallel to the mat, flexing that back foot, keeping arms here, or they can come right in front for warrior three. Engage your thigh so you're not locking out your knee. And then slowly you can lean further, coming into our standing splits. Hands can plant on the mat. If you need any blocks, you can use those. Again, it's not about how high your leg goes. It can be very low to the ground if you wish. But finding where you're going to be satisfied. And if you can't find anywhere, how can you change your perspective so that you're proud of what you are doing? You're proud of your body as it currently is. Take a couple rounds of breath here. If you need to reset, you can. Or you can start to shift into our half moon, planting our right hand 9 to 12 inches in front of our leg and opening up our hips here. So making sure we're planting our foot. We're opening up here on this plane so that our hips are stacked. Gaze can look down or up at your hand if you can. Finding the satisfaction here of this full expression or whatever expression you can do. If you need a block, as always, feel free to use. Again, allowing yourself to reset, still being proud of what you're able to express here. Coming back down, planting our feet down onto the mat, hands onto the mat as well. Swaying side to side. Grabbing opposite elbows. Slowly coming up one vertebrae at a time. Arms come all the way up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale, hands to heart center. Taking this all in here. And we're going to bring our feet to the outer edges of the mat, 45-degree angle. We're going to go to a low yogi squat from standing. So if you need extra help with this, feel free to place hands anywhere or just come into the low yogi squat. If you want to try it from standing, bring the arms up overhead and slowly just start to squat back like you're going to sit into a chair. If you need to put a block underneath you, feel free to, but hands can come to heart center, and you're just pressing out on the inner thighs with your arms here. Breathing into this, letting this feel really nice. And falling back onto our glutes. Woo! We're going to come into a nice twisted seat. So we'll bring our right foot close by our left glute, and we're going to place our left foot up and across our right knee. And now arms can come up overhead, slowly twisting and putting our right arm over onto our left leg. Lots of rights and lefts, lots of twisting, but let's see here. As long as you're twisting, finding that nice gentle spinal twist. Let this feel really nice here, breathing into it. Again, not pushing yourself too far off of the edge. Finding your edge, finding what feels good for you, and being proud of this movement, proud of yourself here. Breathing in and let it go. We'll slowly start to unravel out of this, switching this out so that our right leg comes up and over our left, arms come up above, and then twisting so that our left arm is across our right. Okay, unraveling here, bringing our legs nice and long, sitting up nice and tall, removing the fleshy parts out from under you so that you're really sitting on these sits bones. Arms come up overhead and slowly just reaching for whatever you can, maybe grabbing some toes, your shins, whatever feels nice for you. Slowly rolling on up. Now we're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold, seated forward fold. So bringing our legs all the way out to the sides. Again, I'm saying it over. It's like, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but again, it's finding what feels good for you. So some people can go all the way down into this pancake with their legs completely at a 180-degree angle. If that is not for you and you're all the way here at like a 45, amazing. You're showing up for yourself today, and that's what matters. So finding what feels good for you. This is not a competition. This is just a nice stretch for yourself. Again, you can go as far down as you wish, but let's take it slow here. So let's place our hands right in front of us and slowly just walk them out into what feels good. Again, this is all about exploring with the curiosity. So seeing, okay, it's starting to really feel a pull and a stretch here. What's it like if I take one more little walk forward with my hands? Okay, that also feels nice. How about one more? Oh, wow, okay, I'm feeling like I can go even further, right? Or, ooh, no. Pull myself back up. So this is a really nice way, one little hand walk in front at a time. So walk those hands forward to what feels good for you, and then breathe into it. And walk your hands back in. I like to call this the pizza because what we're gonna do is we're gonna reach towards our left leg. And like we're rolling out some dough, we're rolling over to the other side, coming back in. Reaching out to one leg, rolling out our dough, maybe sprinkling some cheese, some sauce, over to the other leg. Again, one more time this side. Now, again, maybe we sprinkle some tomato sauce or some mozzarella. And then we're gonna switch sides. So go to the other leg. And then this time we're putting whatever favorite toppings you want on. Good, again, one leg, nice and slow through center. Really feel the stretch here. To the other side, one more time. Amazing. Whew, nice big breath in. Let it go. Awesome work. Okay, let's bring our feet back towards the top of our mat. We're gonna do a little bit of abs just to get our abs activated here before we go down onto our backs. So again, removing the fleshy parts from underneath you. So you're sitting on your sits bones and then slowly lean back. We're coming into boat pose here. Legs are coming up at this 90-degree angle, hanging out here for a moment, arms at your sides. Feel your abs. Let them activate. And then when they activate, see what goes on in your mind. Are you like, oh, this is too hard? What's happening for you? Start to notice how your mind plays a role in the mind-body connection here. What's going on in your body? What's going on in your mind? Okay, now we're slowly gonna lower down 2 inches off of the ground for our legs, 2 inches off of the ground for our back, hanging out here in low boat. And then see if you can slowly start to bring yourself back up to boat pose. Awesome work. One more time, lower down to boat, low boat. And bring ourselves back up. Okay, I lied. One more time. Here we go. Low boat. Hang here. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Lower everything down. Arms can come up overhead. Full body stretch. Bring the knees into your chest. Rock side to side. And then let your right leg go long. Keep that left knee into the chest and slowly turn it over to the right side, keeping both shoulders onto the ground. Supine twist. Slowly coming back to center, hugging this knee into chest. Switching this out, left leg goes long, right leg comes into our chest now, maybe giving it a little rock side to side. And then rolling it on over to the left side. Both shoulders stay on the mat. Right arm can go long, maybe gaze comes to your right fingertips. Little subtle, gentle spinal twist. Come back to center, hug this knee into chest. Let the other knee come in to meet it and just slowly give yourself a little lower back massage, rocking side to side. Tuning into your body and seeing how satisfied you feel right now in all of your joints, muscles. Are there any other points that are still feeling tension? Just taking notice again. But then really focusing on what parts feel so good. Really focusing on the positive here. And then perhaps you can grab your toes, coming into happy baby. Bringing your legs out wide, maybe straightening one leg and then the other. Bring your knees back into our chest, hugging our forehead in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then let it all go here. Legs out long, arms out long. Breathing into this, feeling all the satisfaction, tuning into it, and giving yourself many moments here of silence, being proud of yourself for showing up on this mat today. As always, you can stay in Savasana for as long as you like. However, if you want to start coming out of this to end class, you can start to wiggle your fingers and your toes and maybe shake your head side to side. Bring your arms up overhead for a full body stretch. Really feel all of this here. And then rolling to your favorite side, using your bicep as a pillow, coming into this fetal position, relaxed and renewed, taking with us all of the satisfaction we cultivated on this mat and bringing it into our everyday lives. We don't want to forget about all the lessons we've learned here on the mat together. And then slowly coming up to a nice easy seat. We'll end class with 3 big rounds of breath and a final chant of Om. Inhaling our arms up to the sky. Exhaling hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale anything not serving you. And we'll seal in our satisfaction with a nice big inhale. Exhale, let it all go. We'll finish class here with a final chant of Om, inhaling to prepare and exhaling to chant. Inhale. The love and light in me sees and honors the love and light in you. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class and receiving all of the satisfaction and giving all of the satisfaction to yourself. It's been an honor to guide you and facilitate you today, and I look forward to seeing you in another class soon. Thanks so much.